2.1, properties of operations. I know you guys have done this stuff in the past. So chapter 2 is kind of like a review as well, a little bit. You what? You're not good at this stuff. You're not good at remembering which one it is, but you're good at doing the actual job. Hey. I thought Nova was right. Not necessarily. It's a material. It's not a color. Okay. 2.1, properties of operations. Hey, let's try to get this done in like 15 minutes. Give me 15 minutes. The commutative property of addition. So the commutative property of addition is when I have 4 plus negative 7, and I could rewrite it to say negative 7 plus 4. Letter form, A plus B is the same as B plus M. In words, it's when you can add the numbers in any order. Okay? Commutative, I can switch the order and it doesn't matter. Okay? In English, commute means to change locations. That's how you can kind of remember it here. I change the locations of my numbers. Commutative. Okay? The commutative property of multiplication is basically the same thing. If I have 8 times negative 5, I can rewrite it to say negative 5 times 8. Or A times B is the same as B times A. You can multiply the numbers in any order. You can switch the community around. Okay? Associative property of addition says if I have parentheses 9 plus 6 and then outside of that plus 2, I could rewrite it to say 9 plus parentheses 6 plus 2. Or in letter form, I have parentheses A plus B plus C, and then I have A plus parentheses B plus C. Changing the grouping of the numbers in a sum does not change the sum. So in associative properties, changing the grouping of the numbers in a sum does not change the sum. When you think about the word associate, or associate, it means to group together. When you associate with someone, you're with them, you're communicating with them, you're talking to them. Okay, that's what these properties are like. Josh, turn around and face me.
I'm sorry, I just feel so good.
No, turn around and face me. Stop. Don't need you. Associative property multiplication is the same concept. I can take 3 times 10 in parentheses, multiply that, then multiply it by 4. It's the same as taking 3 and then inside my parentheses 10 times 4, multiplying those together. I will get the same answer. It's like taking A times B first and then multiplying it by C, or taking A times B times C already. Changing the grouping of the numbers in a product does not change the product. Okay? What?
I was asking, I'm pretty noisy already.
Yeah, we're going to do all of this. Let's start with the red. Stop, Jacob.
There's a fly and it's annoying the crap out of me.
Let it go.
That little thing gonna hurt
Okay,
you.
stop. Let it go.
It's like this big. You like.
Okay, calm down. Focus. Focus. You gonna pick it up? Okay. We'll pick it up in a minute. There you go. You buy a portable CD player, because you guys know what those are, right?
Yes.
It's I'm used to Amazon.
You buy a portable CD player for $48. A rechargeable batteries with a charger for $25, and a CD case for $12. Find the total cost. What do I have to do to find the total cost of this?
Well,
I add all the monies up, right?
Yes.
All of my monies. Okay. So I'm going. Does it matter what order I add them up in?
No.
No. So what type of property would that be?
Associative.
Commutative property of addition. Okay. Or, yeah, because you can add the numbers in any order. Okay? Because I can add them in any order. I'm not doing any grouping with this. I'm just adding. So, $48, right? Plus $12, because it doesn't matter what order, plus $25. What does that come out to be? Are we sure?
Yes, it is.
He was right.
Good job, Jason.
$85. So total, I spent $85.
That's a lot of.
Yeah, that must be like a retro, like collector's item, right? At that price. I ain't paying no $85 for no CD player nowadays.
What is it called?
It's in the future.
What's in the
future.
What's the thing with the big boxes that you like put in?
4K
No, that's like the little.
A cassette player?
Yeah, my dad has.
A Walkman. That's what those are called. Okay. Evaluate. What does it mean when it says evaluate?
To solve.
To solve. To give me an answer. So evaluate 4 times x times y when x is -7 and y is 25. How do I set that up, Carter?
Well, you put 4 times x times -7 times -4. Sorry, -25. 25.
Positive 25. Okay, so I set it up that way. I say I plug -7 in for x, I plug 25 in for y. What is 4 times, watch what I'm going to do here. What's 4 times 25?
100.
100. And what's
How do you
100
get
times
that?
-7?
-700.
-700.
Okay, so do you see how I made math a little bit easier on myself because I know 4 times 25 is 100 because 4 quarters equals $1. Okay? So I took my knowledge that I know and made math easier for myself. Because does order on multiplication matter here? No, so what would that I have done? What property would that have been? I'm going to say it's probably associative because it's grouped. Okay? So I changed the grouping. Instead of saying 4xy, I said 4yx. I grouped the y and the 4 together instead. Does that make sense? It could technically be both, yeah. Those are hard to decipher when there's not specific parentheses around them. But yes, so I can apply those properties so that I can do my math easier. Okay? Instead of doing 4 times -7 and then trying to multiply that by 25, I don't want to do that math. You know what I'm saying? Okay? Make it easier on me. Simplify this expression. Simplify means, will I get a number answer?
No.
No, you're just going to take it to as small as it can go. So x plus 3 plus 6, what is that simplified?
X plus 9.
Okay, it's x plus 9. How did you do that, Carter?
I just added the 3 and the 6.
So you grouped those two together
Yes.
to add them? Okay.
So he did. So it's just
Yeah, because he grouped them
I
in a
think you
different
should
order.
give us all a chance to answer.
Okay, Carter won't answer that.
Yeah, don't answer, Carter.
Okay. What is 4 times 8y? What do I do there?
You gotta multiply 8 times -7.
Where are you getting -7? 4 times 8y.
4 times 56. -56.
Okay, so we're going to take 4 times 8, group that together, and then multiply it by y. What's 4 times 8?
32.
32. And then I get 32 what?
Times -7.
No, where are you getting -7?
Oh, X. No, times 25.
No.
Todd.
Josh, look at the pink.
Blue has nothing
4
to do with
times
pink.
8y. I regrouped it, which means I used what property? Associative property of multiplication. And I did 4 times 8, which is 32. And then you have times.
Y.
Is that as simple as it can go? Yes. Okay. No adding 7 or anything. I don't even know where you're getting
He's
things.
looking at the
I
evaluation.
got mixed up with the
Okay.
X.
Okay.
Yes.
My bad. Okay. That's why I made them different colors. When I do a different color, it means different problem. Okay. Then you have 2 properties, the identity properties. One is the identity property of addition. Okay, identity property of addition. Where I add something to 0 and I get itself. -6 plus 0 is -6. Okay? Identity. A plus 0 equals A. The sum of a number and the additive identity, which is 0, is the number. Okay? So when you're doing addition property of identity or identity property of addition, you're adding 0 because you want it to come out to be itself. You are who you are. Okay? Identity property of multiplication means that I need to multiply by 1 because anything times 1 is itself.
I was gonna say one.
So 4 times 1 equals 4. A times 1 equals A. The product of A number and the multiplicative identity, that's hard to say, 1 is the number. So when you're doing identity properties, remember identity is who you are, okay?
Yes.
That should be the easy one to remember. So you want it to come out to be itself. So if it's addition, it's always add 0. If it's multiplication, it's always multiply by 1, okay? So identify the properties. There are 4 of the properties here. All of these properties are listed. 2 of these and 2 of those. We have to figure out which one's which. So I want you to identify what property is what. What property is this? -5 times 1 gives me -5.
Associate property of
No.
Identity.
Identity of what?
Multiple.
Okay, you have to be specific when you give me an answer in your homework. You have to tell me if it's of multiplication or if it's of addition, okay? This is identity of multiplication. Why do I know it's identity of multiplication?
Because it's multiplication.
Because it's why?
Because it comes out as itself.
Because it's being multiplied by 1 and it comes out as itself. Identity of multiplication. Okay? What about this one? 2 plus -9, and they say it equals -9 plus 2.
Community property of addition.
Okay,
No.
it is. It's community property of addition because all I did was change the order of which things are being added. Community property of addition. Josh, just stop trying to rush and focus first.
You got popped out there, did something.
Commutative. Right, commutative. Did I spell it wrong? Commutative. Yeah, okay. And then I have y squared plus 0 equals y squared. What is that?
Why?
Identity property of addition. Because I'm adding 0, I'm getting myself back. Okay?
Oh.
It takes me a long time to think.
That's okay.
And I'm not slow if you're going to say
No,
that.
you're fine. You're fine.
We're
Josh.
gonna let Josh answer that
Focus. Okay. What's this? 2 times p times q is the same as 2 times p times q.
Josh,
What? Yeah. Associated property of
Multiplication. I got it right.
multiplication. Okay. So on your homework tonight, you're going to have to identify some of these. Okay? If you want to abbreviate them, you can. What?
You're not. That's me.
Okay, that's okay. That's fine. You can use a book in here. It's fine. Okay, so there's those. Okay, so you're going to have to be able to identify those. Stop. The reason you have to be able to get used to these and familiar with these is because they're even going to come back in Algebra 2. They're going to come back in Algebra 1. They're going to come back in geometry, especially when you're doing proofs in geometry. You need to be familiar with the terms here, okay? So when you're doing that tonight, make sure you list those. Last word problem, and then we'll get started on homework. It says the Steel Dragon 2000 is the world's longest roller coaster. Okay, its length is 2,711 yards. How long is the roller coaster in feet?
I don't know that.
I know the answer.
Okay, give me a minute.
I need to know what.
How many feet are in a yard?
I don't know.
24.
There's 3.
Here's a yardstick.
God, man.
There are
In this
3
class.
feet in a yard.
This is the lowest class, that's why.
Look, here's a foot, right?
That's a foot?
A foot, a ruler's
I
foot.
thought that was a foot.
This is a yard.
There
are 3 of these.
My foot is an inch bigger than that.
I wear size 12
There are 3 of
Nah,
these.
I
That
wear
fits
size
on
I wear
one
size
side.
11.
3 feet in 1 yard. Got it? How many inches are in a foot?
12.
12.
12.
12. 3 feet in a yard, 12 inches in a foot.
36
So,
feet.
if I want to convert this, if it says its length is 2,700 yards, how long is the roller coaster in feet? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Tell me what operation.
Times it by 3.
Times it by 3, so I'm going to take 2,711 and multiply by 3. This should be easy math. 3 and 1 is 3 and 1 is 3 and 7 is
21.
and 3 and 2
7.
7. 8.
8,133 feet.
Yeah, I got it right.
Now let's do
It's special.
Okay, you want to do inches?
No! Shut up, Jason.
Okay, multiply it by 12. 2 and 3 is
6.
2 and 3 is 2 and 1 is
2.
2 and 8 is
9, 6.
What's 2 and 8?
16.
Okay, and then what do I need here?
0.
And then 1 and 3?
3.
1 and 3?
3.
1 and 1?
1,
1 and 8?
8.
8,
Adam, 6 and 0?
0, 6,
0.
9,
7.
5, 7, 9.
Yes!
Okay, there you go.
We're smart, maybe,
You are
kind of.
Not
geniuses.
really.
I actually want to see that video.
Oh my
We
god.
are not
I need to watch it.
We are smart for our